When he stepped down, the Coast Guard has already reached 20,000 plus. But during the time President Bongbong Marcos, during his first year, nakapag-increase ang Coast Guard ng 10,000. The Coast Guard now is 30,000 strong. And I think it's still fair to say na sa panahon ni Pangulong Duterte, na i-justify natin ang increase ng Coast Guard to become 37,869. Which means for every coastline kilometer, there should be a Coast Guard personnel. So, in terms of the personnel programming, that is our target by 2025. For the Philippine Coast Guard to become 37,869 strong. For the Coast Guard modernization, last November, President Bongbong Marcos has announced that he has already approved the NEDA board resolution for the acquisition of 5 97-meter vessels. Right now, the 97-meter vessel that the Coast Guard has, there are only 2. No? Ito yung pinirmahan ni Pangulong Duterte noong nakaraan. So ngayon, for President Bongbong Marcos, he wanted the Coast Guard to have 5 more of those. Itong 97-meter vessels natin na to will be used by the Philippine Coast Guard for a longer duration of patrol in the West Philippine Sea. Imagine, those 2 97 meters, one is stationed here in Manila, kung sakaling may pangangailangan sa Luzon at Visayas, and then the other one is in Palawan. Ang 97-meter natin na to, nag-iisa lang, in short, pagdating sa West Philippine Sea. That's why for President Bongbong Marcos, he wants to have 5 more of those. It will be delivered by 2026 or early 2027. If you're going to ask me, what is our goal for the modernization? I think the first thing that the Coast Guard really need to have is port facilities. As a matter of fact, ang Coast Guard ngayon ay wala talagang port facility. Ang mga Coast Guard vessels natin na bilyon-bilyon ang halaga ay nakiki-moored pa or nakikipalke pa sa mga Philippine Ports Authority. And in those instances, na kailangan may didikit na commercial vessel sa isang port facility somewhere around, in the entire country, ang Coast Guard vessel natin ay paaalisin para padikitin ang commercial. Kailangan nilang kumita, no? We cannot also blame them. That's the economic side of the PPA. So ngayon, for our prioritization of projects, that's the first thing that we need to have. Port facilities. Ang Coast Guard nga ang liit-liit ng national headquarters sa likod ng Manila Hotel di ba? Kaya nga ang office namin nandito na dahil we cannot also be accommodated sa national headquarters. So that's the first one. Port facilities, bigger headquarters to sustain our efforts, not just for the West Philippine Sea, but in providing our riding public for maritime safety and even maritime law enforcement and marine environmental protection. The second lang natin na yan, kukunti pa lang talaga. And we're only talking about the West Philippine Sea. The Coast Guard has other mandates for maritime safety, maritime law enforcement, and even marine environmental protection. Marinig nyo sa mga nakaraang balita tungkol every time na mayroong oil spill, no? Coast Guard din naman ang nandyan. So, that's the second thing, acquisition of more Coast Guard vessels. And then third one, of course, is our acquisition of aircraft and helicopters. It will always take longer time, no? Kung bago ipapadeploy mo, for example, kung kailangan mag-search and rescue. But if you have an aircraft, para ma-identify agad kung saan ang location ng vessel of interest or personnel na nagkaroon ng nawawala or search and rescue, mas mabilis sana. But right now, we only have 2 Coast Guard helicopters, no? That has to cater the entire country. Kawawa, no? And then we also have 2 fixed-wing aircraft that has to cater also the entire Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So, more acquisition of aircraft as well.
Sir, ano lang, kasi diba, pag nakita pa may image dun sa habang binubomba tayo ng water cannon, talagang nakakaawa yung Pilipino Parang ano mo na, parang ikaw yung binubomba ng isang
David and Goliath.
Goliath. So, ano po ba ngayong sa Marcos Army? Meron po, kumbaga priority po ba natin na magkaroon tayo ng kahit naman hindi barkong pangdigma, yung parang barko lang na parang hindi naman tayo buang kawawas. Parang ganun lang, parang, alam mo yung parang tatapat lang. Kasi parang talagang mukhang nakakaawa tayo, sir, promise. No?
Ang Coast Guard vessel natin, ma'am, yung sa binobomba ng tubig, hindi yung Coast Guard.
Ano po yun?
Wooden vessel lang talaga yun. Chartered boat ng Armed Forces of the Philippines to deliver the supply. Pero kung usaping sasakyan pang dagat ng Coast Guard at ng Philippine Navy, we have already modernized naman fairly. No? It may not be as parang may tatapat naman na maayos-ayos. No? Pero hindi naman ganun ka-indigenous na binobomba ng tubig. Nakamubo na tayo, hindi na tayo wooden vessel pagdating sa Coast Guard.
Ayun, sir, meron kayang chance na kaming mga vloggers ay magkaroon ng pagkakataon talaga na makaikot dun sa ating mga
West Philippine Sea
West
or
Philippine
Pag-asa
Sea, sir?
Island.
Well, para sa akin, ma'am, no, ang ating mga social media partners and traditional media, kayo ang pinakamahalagang parte ng transparency strategy ng gobyernong ito. Kung hindi kayo makikiisa sa amin, I think it will be very difficult for President Bongbong Marcos to create awareness to the Filipinos and even to the international community. Kung ang tanong na lang is kailan, I think I'm going to recommend to the PCO dahil sila naman ang chairman ng Information Working Group for the National Task Force West Philippine Sea that they also need to provide such opportunities sa mga bloggers natin. Kayo naman ay mga truth tellers. No? Hindi naman kayo nagpapakalap ng maling informasyon, fake news, totoong istorya lamang, at totoong pagbabalita, di ba?
Yeah.
Ito ang kailangan natin pagdating sa West Philippine Sea.
Taga-debunk.
Yes, again, ang transparency effort natin, lagi ko sinasabi, is founded on the truth. No? Para sa akin, ang transparency natin, the moment na haluan natin ng maling informasyon, kasinungalingan, it will weaken our approach. That's why we need all the truth tellers to amplify this to the Filipino people.
Yes, sir. Ito naman sa amin naman, sir, no, follow up ko lang dyan para sa kaalaman ng mga makakanood. Kami naman sa community namin, sinisiguro naman namin na magkaroon kami ng effort na puro katotohanan at makatulong talaga sa Marcos admin. So, ito na lang last tatanong ko na to kasi kaka-text lang eh. Sir, kasi meron ditong pagtatalo dahil sa mga
Phone-in question ba lang?
yung mga influencer na pro-China. So, ang palabas pala nila ngayon is wala naman talagang daw West Philippine Sea sa mapa, kahit tumingin tayo. So, ano raw po, China lang daw talaga yan. So, eto sir, para malinaw, kakapasok lang talaga, sir.
Sa China daw po.
Tatalo pa yan, no? So, para sa kalinawan po ng mga Pilipino na hindi naman ganun kalalim dahil nga sa mga pro-China na influencer. Ito po yung kanilang
Narrative.
Oo.
Tayo daw po nangaagaw. Yes, sabi po nila.
Hindi ko na alam mo kung ano. Pero kung ano kung matutuwa ako, magagano ako. Ang basehan po ng ating issue sa West Philippine Sea is guided by the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea. Ang nakasaad po dito sa UNCLOS ay 200 nautical miles ng isang coastal state ay meron tayong exclusive economic zone. Ibig sabihin, nasusukat naman yan. So, from Palawan, Northern Luzon, from the coastline, i-extend mo. May mga ruler naman siguro at medida yung mga yan. Sukatin nila. No? 200 nautical miles based on UNCLOS is part of our exclusive economic zone. Ngayon, kung hindi sila naniwala, sukatin din nila ulit. Punta sila sa China, sa mapa, gamitin na naman nila yung mga matitibay nilang ruler at medida. Sukatin nila how far these areas are in the West Philippine Sea sa China.
So, atin po ang West Philippine Sea.
Ang yaman po ng West Philippine Sea ay para sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
Thank you.
Last question na lang, last na yan.
Last question. Pwede po bang next resupply mission ang gamitin natin hindi malaki, hindi maliit na boat. Pwede po ba yung malaki ship na lang? Pwede po ba?
Alam mo, ma'am,
Tayo na.
the resupply mission is purely Armed Forces of the Philippines mission. This is an AFP mission. Ang role lang ng Coast Guard dito is to act as security escort. No?
Yeah.
So we cannot actually push them or even recommend, ayaw naman namin panghimasukan ang kanilang operation. So whatever supply boats that they would deploy, ang Coast Guard, ang role lang namin dito ay mag-escort dito at siguro yung makakarating ito.
Yes.
As to that recommendation, ma'am, siguro ma'am, pwede nyo na i-phone in question sa kanila diretso.
Sige po, sir.